Alright, hey guys, so this is my first video and I'm really nervous because I don't understand how people can just talk to cameras and make a bunch of money doing it. I don't do well talking to inanimate objects, but we're gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. I'm gonna do a simple makeup, like what I'd wear if I went out to lunch with Chili's with a friend. And to go along with it will be a short nursing story, and it's a story about when it's one of my stories from when I was in nursing school and one of my first clinical sites. So a nice little short funny story for a short makeup. I'm not going to go full face because this is just something quick, like something I'll just go out in. I'm also not going to do my eyebrows. Still letting my eyebrows recover because I snipped a little bit too much here. I waxed my own brows and I made oopsies. So I just kind of let them do their own thing right now until I can recover, and then I'll probably start doing my eyebrows more. Alright, so I will get going here. So I'll start. Even though I'm not doing a full face, I will still do concealer. I'll still do some bronzer. So I am gonna do a primer. Jesus Christ. As is an e.l.f. primer, so super affordable. You can pretty much find it everywhere, drugstores. What I like about this primer is that it is super sticky. Like, your makeup fucking clings to this shit. Alright. Well, I rub this in. My first year of nursing school was in 2016, and our first clinicals were at a nursing home. And I actually did not hate my nursing home clinical as much as a lot of other people did. I would still never work in a nursing home, with that said, but I feel like I really got to communicate with the patients a lot more versus when I was in the hospital doing clinical. And I thought the aides didn't treat us as their slaves like they did in the hospital either. I also had like a super cool clinical instructor. His name is Mr. Mark. Like, the best. Alright, now some concealer. Tarte, creaseless. I'm like 20B. I'm light beige. I'm a pale ass bitch. So you usually want to do concealer. I'm not super prone to acne, but I do get some hormonal acne, so I usually will put a spot there. Always hit the eyes. I swear I came out of the womb with dark bags under my eyes, so I gotta clear that shit up. And then around my nose, because I do get like this weird breakout there, typically. And then depending on what my cheeks are looking like, I might do like a little bit on the cheeks. I'll do a little bit here on between the eyes, a little bit on the chin. I do have some rosacea. That's why I say kind of take it day by day as far as where the concealer goes. I'm probably just about out of this shit too. Just a little X there. Some here on the chin. On the nose, and then here. Alright, and I'll just blend this puppy in. So, one day in clinical, I had this sweet little old lady. Don't worry, all of this will be HIPAA protected. Even if this wasn't going to be HIPAA protected, I don't remember this lady's fucking name. Oh my god, my cat. Let me let my cat in. Oh, puppy! What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, we had made like 8 or 12-hour clinical, so we were probably like 6, maybe even 8 hours into this clinical by this point. And me and this old lady have talked like a lot. She is super sweet. I even like sat there while she ate lunch. I didn't have to help her figure. She was pretty independent, It's a little weak on her feet. And I noticed that she had her Bible, and we had actually talked about religion. Like, if my patients bring it up, I am a Christian. I'm not afraid to talk about my religion if that is something that my patient is into and that is something they want to speak of. Like, I'm pretty strong in my faith, but then again, if my patient ain't into that, that's fine. It's no skin off my back. So since she did bring it up, we did engage in a good bit of the conversation regarding religion. And I'm saying that because that will tie into the main part of the story. Bronzer. I have multiple different bronzers, but the simple L'Oreal shit that you can get from like CVS or Kroger is wonderful. I prefer what I'm doing, not a full face, full coverage makeup, to use a powder over a cream. I do have creams, but I feel like I can control where I put it better. Well, upset. I do like to bake. And then, oh my god, I'm just all over the place. To bake, I just used a white loose powder from NYX, so nothing. Where's the story? So, me and this lady were talking, and then she needs to go to the bathroom, which is fine. She does need a little bit of assistance to go to the bathroom, so I do help her. I'm helping her put on her hose, and we're having a conversation, and we start to get into like a relationship. She's telling me how she was married for like 40 years. So sweet. The sweetest little husband, and she had ended up dying of a massive heart attack like 4 years prior. So we're talking about that, and she asked me if I am married, and I was like, no, I think at this, so I'm not even 21 yet at this point, so I'm 20. I'm like, no, I'm only 20. I got, I still got a little time to go before I find my special one. And I mean, she looks at me with just the sweetest little look on her face, and she goes, I bet you'd find you a really nice man if you lose some weight. Yeah, if I lose some weight. That's what was going to help me find a nice man. Alright, let me take this off, and I'll go to the next part of the story. Alright. Not too bad. I know this seems kind of redundant considering I tried to cover up my redness, but I really like the look of a controlled redness. So again, L'Oreal, just like a cheap drugstore brand, nothing super fancy. And it's just to add a controlled pop of color in there. Again, I have liquid blush, but I almost always prefer powders. I feel like it looks more natural. Alright, I'm gonna do some eye stuff using this Too Faced Better Than Chocolate palette. I love Too Faced. It's probably my favorite eye kit, eye makeup brand. So I'm just gonna start with the brown here to kind of lay a base color, and then I want to put something lighter over top of it, just kind of make the eyes pop. had no intention of this being like a smoky, like a brown smoky, but here we are, and it's fine because it turned out okay. I'm feeling this mascara by Benefit. It's magnetic. It's surprisingly easy to get off too. I don't feel like I am completely ruining my... Yay. So I'm completely taken aback when she says, if you lose weight, you found a good man. There are so many things that now that I'm like not in the moment, I really wanted to say to her. Like, one, if I'm with a man because I'm skinny and he thinks I look good, like that's the sole reason he's with me. Well, he's probably not a good man, and she's probably dead now, so I can't. I would love to just like dangle Derek in her face, like, look at this, look at what I got, being, you know, fatter now than I was then. Looks aren't everything, but I clapped back really good. I am going to do this liner by Too Faced. It's called Badass. It's great. This is very taupe. This is very beige, and I'm here for it. I really, since I've started getting back into makeup, I am into taupe a lot more than I used to be. Like, I used to solely just be into like dark colors and would never venture out into anything lighter, probably because my soul is dark and I wanted my makeup to match it. Okay, so it's actually lighter than the liner, which I am very surprised about. I did not think it would be. So honestly, this is probably like the best like liner gloss or lip topper combo that I probably could have come up with. Okay, and now for the rest of the story, like the good part. So it takes a minute. I'll make sure she like gets up off the toilet and, you know, back into her little rolling chair. And I look at her and I was like, you know what? I just want to let you know, I thought about what you said before, and that's really good advice, but I'm actually a lesbian. I'm not, obviously I'm with Derek, but knowing, you know, the conversations that we'd had earlier, and her being so Christian, she'd actually mentioned to me earlier about how she did not like gay people either. I don't even know how that came up. A lot of older patients say shit like that to us, like, all the time. And I told her that, and her mouth fucking dropped, and she refused to speak to me for the rest of the shift. I went out and told my my recruiter, my clinical instructor, what had happened, and he gave me a high five. He thought that was hilarious. He's like, to be honest, you probably just shouldn't have said anything, but if you're going to say something, that's probably the best thing you could have said. I was like, yeah. I'm surprised I didn't give that old lady a heart attack.